So we have our fruit. I have my pitcher and my jelly strainer. I'm going to be putting lemon juice in it. So I have the squeezer. I'm going to be using coconut sugar, chia seeds. I've got my jelly funnel and my big pot, and then my ladle. So everything is out, and I'm ready to start cooking these down. And then when I find out how much I've got, then I'll know how much of everything else to put in. So I'll be back. I don't have any Sure gel, so I am going to be using chia seeds to do the thickening. And you can use 2 tablespoons of chia seeds per 2 cups of fruit. So once I get these cooked down and put through my jelly strainer, then I'll find out how much I have in the bowl. Okay, so I got all my guavas washed, cut up, and I put them in here. I put just enough water in here to cover them, and now I'm going to cook them down and see how much we get, so I'll know how much chia seeds to add. The nice thing about the chia seeds, I was reading about them using them as an alternative to thickener, and it says they have 3 grams of protein, this is per tablespoon, 5 grams of fiber. It has omega-3s, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and you can use it for sugars that are jellies that are lower sugar and also alternative forms of sugar. I use coconut sugar for my jams, and a lot of the gels don't set up with that. So that's one of the good things about using chia seeds, or several of the good things about using chia seeds to thicken instead of Sure gel or any of the other. I used Pomona pectin, but it's very expensive, and it's kind of. I also wanted to show you this is the elderberries that we picked the Saturday night, and got them washed. And while I'm waiting for my guavas to cook down, picking out the stems and things that were left in these. Also, while we were in the woods yesterday, we picked all these beauty berries, and I'm gonna try making some jelly from them. I've never done that before, so that's something I'm trying. Hopefully we don't mess that up. I probably will have to use a white form of sweetener with those. This is all I have left after boiling them and mashing them through this strainer number of times, and I've got this much pulp and juice, so I'm fixing to measure that, and then I'll know how to do the recipe. Our guavas made 12 cups of pulp and juice, and I've separated 2 cups out over here because I'm going to take the chia seeds when I am ready to put them in, and I'm going to actually measure out. So we have 12 cups of fruit or pulp, so we're going to put 12 tablespoons of chia seeds in. And I would like my jam to be not quite so seedy, so I'm going to blend these in with that 2 cups of pulp right there. I'm going to put my 12 tablespoons in that and blend it up to make it smoother. Right now I'm going to add my coconut sugar to the pulp, and the recipe calls for a lot less sugar than I want to add, so I'm going to do 1 cup of sugar for every 2 cups of fruit. So that's going to be 6 cups of sugar right now, and then if it's not sweet enough, I'll add some more. This is the pitcher that I was using to measure the pulp, and so it still has some of that on it, but we'll take all of this out and As you can tell, there's a lot of mathing that needs to go on when you're making jam. Trying to figure out how much to put in for everything. And a lot of this you just kind of make up as you go along, because everything I want to do doesn't always have a recipe. There aren't a lot of recipes for using coconut sugar in jam, but I choose to use it because it's a lower glycemic index than regular sugar, and it's less processed, and it's a better form of sweetener. So we're just gonna let that kind of blend, let the sugar dissolve. I'm also going to be putting lemon juice in, but I'll do that last, because if those guavas were very tart, I won't want to add lemon juice. So I'm going to turn that on low and then go blend the seeds, and I'll see you back here in a minute. All right, so when I blended the chia and I put it in with the pulp and put the sugar in, and I mixed it up, and I did end up adding the lemon juice. So I put 7 tablespoons in all of lemon juice because it was not tart. Those guavas weren't, they were very mild. So when I tasted it, I decided to go ahead and add that lemon juice. So that was 7 tablespoons for 12 cups of pulp and 12 tablespoons of chia seeds, and then I added an extra cup of sugar. So we got 7 cups of sugar in all. So now I'm going to process them in the pressure cooker, but it's going to be on the water bath setting.